Recommended privacy settings for businesses. Okay, so in the last video we talked about privacy settings and how they work, and now I'd like to talk more specifically about suggestions that I'll have for you as you set up your business profile on Facebook. Now, of course, these are just recommendations. That by all means doesn't mean that it's how things absolutely have to be for you. I think that different business types may have different comfort levels, and also when it comes to your personal things, different comfort levels there too as well. I mean, some business owners, like to have pictures of their kids, all over the place. Some don't, and that's okay. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I think that some categories you might be asking for trouble if you have it posted, but let's talk about that. Okay, so here let's go through these one at a time. This is the recommended settings here, what's on default, and we can just change it by clicking customize settings here, and now we can go through them one at a time. So let's see here. Posts by me. This is every time that you make a post, in terms of business things. I would think that you would want everyone to see that. Who's in your family? On Facebook, you have an option to list, who your wife is, and then connect your two profiles together. That might be something that you only want your friends to see, depending on how you are with that. Relationships, again, probably just a friends thing. Interested in. That's if you're looking to date, you're married or whatever. And again, I think you just want that to be the friends. Bio and favorite quotations, I would suggest leaving that for everyone. Your website, of course, you want to be everyone. That's a big one. You want to make sure that everybody can see that. Religious and political views, I would suggest having that just be friends only. Your birthday, that's up to you, but I would put friends only. Places you check into, that means that whenever you say that you went to another restaurant or whatever, and again, I would just have that be friends only. Okay. Include me and people here now after I check in. Yeah, I don't see any harm in that. Photos and videos that you're tagged in. I would suggest that just being friends. Permission to comment on your post. Definitely friends only. If you open that up to other people, then you risk having spam on your page, and you don't want that. Suggest photos of me to friends. That's really up to you. I don't think that you need that for business purposes. Permission to comment on your... Oh, we did that. Friends can post on my wall. Yes, absolutely. If you run into problems and don't want people posting on your wall, then you can disable it. However, I would suggest that you have it enabled because you want to encourage it. And keep in mind, whenever the post is made, you are notified, so you can quickly take something down if it's a problem. Can see wall posts by friends. Guess I would have that be friends only. Friends can check me into places. I would disable that. Okay, your contact information, I would certainly just have that be friends only. Okay, so once you have that, then we'll want to save this. Actually, we'll just hit preview my profile. And everything is now made. You can see, if you go back, you can see how all the changes have taken effect. So now there are we can get more customized with it. Let's say, for example, that relationships, you wanted to get even more specific. You could select only certain friends that can see it. So this comes in really handy if, for example, you're a real estate agent and you have a big profile and you're friends with a lot of people and you want to have pictures of your kids and only allow certain people to see those. You can go into privacy settings for that specific album and then select the people that can see it. It will list all of your people, all your friends here, and you can select who. Or even who, if you want to do the other way, who you can hide it from. That's a really neat way. So I just want you to understand that you can have personal bits on Facebook as well as have it be private. You just have to specify so in the privacy settings. And if this is starting to get too complicated for you, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. If you're not looking to get too involved on Facebook, you're not going to be putting a lot of personal stuff anyway. So So don't worry about it. If you just disregard this and leave everything blank that you don't want people to see, then they're not going to see anything. If you don't take the time to fill out your religious and political views, it's not going to appear for anybody. So just keep that in mind as well. Sometimes this can get a little bit complicated. So that's how privacy setting works if you want to be using it.